What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Acting Up with Eboni Joi once again. We are in the studio and we're here today with me, myself, your host, Ebony. What's up? I hope you're subscribing, liking, sharing, and following the vibe because it's always one, especially on this show. Today we have Eva Germain, artist extraordinaire, based right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm so excited to have her on the stage today because she's going to dig down deep into her business, her life, and the connection between the two. So I'm excited to get all of the little gems from an artist that we can directly right here on the show. So I'm about to bring her into the studio. Y'all show her plenty of love. What's up, Eva?
What's up? What's up? Hey sis, how are you?
I am wonderful. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me. How's your
No,
day
thank
going?
you. Oh, it's going. It's hot.
It's
It's so
hot.
hot.
Oh my goodness, it's hot.
It's like suffocating hot. Like I literally opened the door earlier, went to the store, and it was like a push of heat.
Seriously.
Seriously suffocating heat that came through the door. And I was like, what?
Right.
We're not even
Exactly.
in
It was too
August yet.
much. It was too much.
How
hmm
you been today? What you been
Good.
up to?
Good. Running around, taking care of business as usual. Making
Really?
sure everybody's straight and everything is straight and working as it should.
As you
Mommy
always
duties.
do.
Mommy woman duties.
Making sure everybody's good, including
Yep.
you. Wait, are you making sure you're good?
You know what? I'm good. I am good. I
You
made sure I
good?
was good. Yeah.
Okay, so I made sure Strong Friend was good today. Okay, I'm
hmm
good. All right, so I want to know, did you do anything artistic today?
Oh my goodness, no. I
No?
will say no. Today was my running around day. I went and got some more things for my garden. So today was a running around day
Mm.
for that part of life.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got
my
some
garden.
cucumbers and watermelon and yeah, some asparagus. Got some stuff going. So yeah, I'm
Okay, I know
excited about
that.
that.
I am too, because I know I want some of that fresh garden grown watermelon.
When it comes, you let me know. I'll make sure you get some. You get whatever's in the garden, no problem. Yeah,
I
but
love.
yesterday was my artistic day.
Okay. I was
hmm
gonna say I love your earrings. Those are
Oh, thank you.
really
You like
nice.
those? Yeah,
Yes.
we created those a little while ago, so we have
They
these
remind me of dream
on the
catchers.
site. Hmm.
Yeah, I said they remind me of dream catchers.
Aren't yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what inspired it.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I do have a few questions. I want to go ahead and jump right in
Sure.
because it's so much I want to know, and we don't
hmm
have all day.
Right.
So, first thing I want to know is first, before we would get into the questions, I want to just get you to kind of tell me a little bit about who you are so that, before we get into the questions, everybody that's watching knows what to
Mhm.
expect from you. So let's just
Okay.
not, let me just tell us who you are, where you're from, and what it is that you do.
Okay, well, my name is Eva Germain. I'm currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, but originally from New York. I came
Ooh.
down here as a paralegal, right? I worked as a paralegal for a number of years. And then I started my business is LaylaJPM. We are a virtual assistance company where we help with all your office needs. And after I got that company up and running, I started working with Legacy Heirlooms, created Legacy Heirlooms. We want to help those who don't have those items to pass down from generation to generation. Maybe for whatever reason they never obtain those things. We want to help people start their legacy, and
Mm,
with whatever creative ideas they may have. So yeah, it's been
that
nice.
is gorgeous. That's such a
Yeah.
beautiful business to have.
Right.
Right. Like literally thinking about descendants and
Right.
ancestors in your
Right. Right.
business model.
Yeah, because one day, one day we will all be ancestors, and we have children. A lot of us have children or have nieces and nephews and cousins, and we
Right.
want to be able to leave something behind for them. And
Right.
we want to be able to help each family with that vision.
I agree. That's
hmm
beautiful. Thank you for doing what you do. Well,
Yeah.
My first question is, what is it that inspired you to become an artist to begin with?
Um, so I watched my dad paint growing up. So he was into art and creating and woodworking and all those things. So I started really with him, and then later on, when my son was getting older, he was growing up. I just really got into art and creating with him, and then with all my children, I enjoy creating with all of them. So
That's gorgeous. And
yeah.
so since you had the first, you've been creating since then. It was just like a solitude that you found.
I did. I did. I
Mhm.
felt it, it was comforting. It was the one time that my mind wasn't filled with, all these things to do, all the things on the list that needed to get checked off. So,
Right, right.
yeah, it was the one time my mind was free.
Nice. I get that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that as an artist. I definitely,
Mhm.
I know how you can
Mhm.
get what you love and what was just put into your blueprint and just dive right into it and kind of forget
Right.
about everything else and just flow with the creation.
Mhm. It
I
feels
feel
good.
it. It does. So, who are your creative inspirations?
Who are my creative inspirations? I enjoy watching new artists and the things that they can come up with.
Hmm.
One of my favorite artists actually is a local artist by the name of Whitney Austin, I believe is her name. She's a really great painter.
The
I enjoy her
the
work.
Whitney Austin collection.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Her stuff is amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. I love her colors. They're so vibrant. So
Yes,
yeah, just
and it's so
watching.
bold.
Right, right. So
Hmm.
watching different people, come up with their ideas, watching artists at work.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get creative inspiration
Okay.
from them.
So would you say that's your biggest inspiration to you doing your art though? Is that what
Well,
pushes
no,
you?
honestly, I get inspiration from creation, period. Right? So I can get the same inspiration from watching someone create versus going on a hike
Hmm.
and just seeing God's creation. I get inspiration from
Gotcha.
that. So I can kind of draw from all over.
Understood. That's a true
Mhm.
artist. Going
Mhm.
within and being able to connect to nature. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
So when it comes to you creating, well, I see you have some things in the back, some paintings there. So when
Oh,
it
yeah.
and actually, because I was going to ask this question, but before I ask you this, I want to know about that painting right behind you. It's like a
This one
girl
here,
in a box.
this one here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that's I created that a couple of years ago. I kind of noticed that society got to the point that it was constantly looking at things through a lens. Social media is a lens of what other people are doing. And we almost get stuck in that box, in that
Yeah.
world, in that phone box
Right,
in our
right,
hand,
right.
and seeing the world that way that, we need to take more time to disconnect. And
Mm,
at the time that I painted that piece, I think I was in that stuck place of,
mhm.
seeing the world like that. And I needed to disconnect for a while and get back
Wow.
into nature. And yeah.
So you disconnected by drawing a painting of you being connected.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. It's so abstract. Like, I don't know. It's like, how do you even think? It's like almost when you go to those art galleries and you sit there and you stare at a piece. That's how I feel right now. I'm just sitting here like, hmm.
Right, right. And getting everything out of it.
Right.
Mhm.
It's so much to it. Is that up on the site? Because I would like to even see that closer
Oh,
because
this right
it's like
here?
a camera. It's like a girl is inside of a camera looking
Mhm.
out.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Looking at the world through that lens.
It's like, what are you thinking? Like, what's going through your head when you come up with these things?
Yeah, one of these days it'll be up in a gallery. Yep.
I agree. I agree with that, sis. One of these days, it definitely will be.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
piece right there is the OG. That's the original one right there. That one's gonna cost.
Yeah.
Um, so, and talking about cost, I don't know if we should talk about that here or if I should just go to your site, but
Just go,
me
yeah,
here,
go to the site, DM me, and we'll talk about it. Because I'm,
and we
with
go
the
from
other
there.
stuff, it's custom made. So,
Mm,
they're original pieces that I work with people on an individual basis to figure out exactly
okay,
what are they looking for? What is it that, they want to create? And after that conversation, then we get to work.
got you. As far as
Hmm.
paintings, are you talking about other forms of art?
Oh, all over overall. So, our company creates paintings, we create earrings, we create bracelets, we create necklaces and waist beads and anklets and rings and all types of stuff, wind chimes, all types of stuff. So,
Wow, wow,
yeah,
wow, wow, wow. That's a lot. Yeah.
that's a lot.
So creating jewelries, creating home goods,
Yep.
you creating paintings. You have a
Hmm.
whole department
Yep.
store.
Yep. And we work with a few sites that actually take our paintings and turn them into home decor and
Mm,
duplicate paintings and purses and all kinds of stuff.
okay.
So,
So can we get that site? I'm gonna need that site so that I can make sure it gets put
okay.
out there
Yep. So we
because
are on Linktree, Linktree, which is linktr.ee. And then
it's
it's
in the
like
description.
backslash, yeah,
Hmm.
backslash LaylaJPM, which is the parent company of Legacy Heirlooms.
So
So if you
explain
type
that to
that
me a
in,
little bit because I know you have you have Layla JPM.
uh-huh.
That's what I knew. That's what I've been knowing about. And then you have Legacy Heirlooms that's newer.
Right.
So
Right.
let's
So the reason that I needed to kind of have that differentiation between the two is because I actually got into a conversation with a friend of mine who runs Divine Crafting. So what's up, Jen? Um,
Jen, Divine Craft.
yeah. So, but I got into a conversation with her and her sisters on a weekend trip, and the question to everyone in the room was, what is the direction that you want your business to go in? Right. Sometimes we create these names, or I did. I'm not going to say we. I
Right,
created a
right, right.
name that I thought would make the most sense for what it was that I was trying to do
Mhm.
business wise. But then when I really thought about the direction I wanted the creative aspect of our business to go, I
Mhm.
realized it had everything to do with wanting to connect to individual families and help them create their legacy.
Mm,
I wanted that to be the statement of the mission statement of our business.
of the business. Got
Yeah,
you.
so I decided to do a DBA and let's separate this company over the legacy heirlooms.
Oh my gosh, that's so dope because well, I haven't mentioned that we are actually friends outside of this platform. We're really good friends.
Yeah,
So,
you're my girl. I love you.
but you don't know everything about your friends. So I do love this platform because then I get to know some new things that we don't typically talk about.
Yeah.
Um, that's really awesome because you know how big I am on expansion too, and how much I
Hmm.
love that. And that's literally what you did. You expanded.
Yep.
You took your business and you branching it out.
Yep. Got to.
That's
Got to.
awesome. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So my question is, do you have a favorite? And when it comes to all the forms of art that you make, is there one thing that you do that you tend to go to?
Honestly, it really depends on my mood. It depends on what may be going on in the moment. I don't know that I necessarily have a go to. Sometimes I just want to paint. Sometimes I just want to see colors blend together. I just want to see that mixture and what can happen from it. So I'll just paint for a couple of weeks or months or until, the inspiration is exhausted. And then
Right.
other times it's just jewelry. And really it's also going to depend on the orders that are coming in. So lately I've been getting an influx of wind chime orders, right? Like a few people saw my stuff and it was like, no, I want a wind chime. I want a wind chime. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and start creating it. And that's kind of where my creative flow has been these last couple of weeks now. So
Okay.
yeah, it really depends on the mood or the orders that I have in, or yeah.
Got you. Okay, got you, got you, got you. So I'm gonna apologize real quick for the little the audio stint that I'm hearing, if it can be heard out there. You know, I
Okay.
guess we're
Are you
having a
getting
little bit of
feedback or
no, I don't think it's you. I do
okay?
believe it might be on my end, but there's
Okay.
nothing I can really do to work that out at this time.
Okay.
So I'm just apologizing for that ahead of time. So back to the show. So what's your favorite project that you've done thus far? What's one thing that you can say has pushed you to a different level?
Um, Probably just starting with resin, like moving over into working with resin and
And then what is that? What is
say that again.
resin? What does that look like? What
So
is resin?
epoxy resin. So
Mm.
some of our jewelry pieces are made with epoxy resin, which is put
Okay.
together. Yeah. So kind of working with that, and which was new for me. That was a new medium for me. And learning about all of its intricacies.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely a challenge. And I have like a bunch of stuff that I created, and I was like, nope, none of this is gonna work. Until I got the mixture correctly, until I got the blending of colors correctly. And
Mm.
it's interesting because a lot of the way my artwork works is that I'll be introduced to one thing, and once I kind of pick up that skill, I then
Mhm.
take that skill into the next project or level of my life.
Right.
So, an individual was showing me how to work with pour paint, like pouring paint and then blow drying it and kind of getting that mixture to happen, or blowing it and getting it to mix.
Mhm.
I kind
Mhm.
of learned that technique and I brought that over into my resin,
Okay.
which is how I'm able to get some of the blends together.
The
So,
blend color.
hmm
Nice. That is
yeah,
so dope. And
yeah,
so,
yeah, it's
like,
pretty
okay,
fun.
so for what you just showed us, it was an ankh. For those who
Hmm.
didn't know, that is an ankh.
Hmm.
If you don't know what
Earrings.
it is, look it up. Those are
Yep,
so pretty. I love the color. But what
you
I
like
want to know
them.
is for like a pair like that, how long does it take for something like that to from start to finish?
Well, so normally epoxy takes about 24 hours to dry within itself. And that also depends on, right, that depends on how many layers you're doing. So with this particular one, this is at least two different layers of the pink and the black. So this took at least like 2 days just to dry. And
Gee.
then on top of it, I had to add the wire wrapping to it, the part to hold the earring in. So
Yeah.
um it may take me it may take me about 3 to 4 days to actually create a piece. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would it be safe to say maybe it's not because you could probably you create a lot, so maybe you just do it randomly. But for resin pieces, do you do that more so on like a custom basis, like a custom order type base, or you have them in stock?
No, I do them custom order. I do
Okay.
them custom order because I like to get the colors that people want, right? Like I have pieces that I've created for myself based on like
Mhm.
my wardrobe and what it is that I wanted to dress up, right?
Got you.
But then when it comes to other people, they know what mixture colors they want. And once they give that to me, I can then create a piece for them.
That is so dope.
Unless I have one of them in stock. Now, if I have, if I just so
Right.
happen to have, a purple and black piece or whatever, and you're
Hmm.
like, hey, yeah, that's what I want. All right, cool.
You're like,
Here
yes.
you go. But if not, then I'll make it for you, not a
Right.
problem.
Awesome. I love custom.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I like to have everything on my, original, the uniqueness.
Right, and nobody else has it. It's
Nobody else
just
has
you.
it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be asking you where you got it.
Right. And you can send them my way.
You send them their way, and you won't listen. Some people don't like to have people get replicas of what they have. Well, she can alter it a little bit.
Right.
It
There
ain't
you
gotta be a
go.
replica.
There you go.
Still have your uniqueness.
Still have the uniqueness, the one of a kind.
So
Mm-hmm.
we dug into the artists, the artistry. You know what I mean? I really love your process and you know where you've gone with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get a little bit personal, if
Okay.
you don't mind. I want to
Sure.
know first, how do you connect? How can you, if you don't already, connect your art to the community? How can what you do help what you see
Connect to
needs
the
to be,
community.
yeah,
Well,
done?
I would love to get to the point of being able to teach, to, teach the youth, or, whatever it is that they would want to learn artistically,
Hmm.
to be able to help them, branch out into that artistic realm. Um, the other thing is, even like with my gardening, I like to help, the neighborhood kids come around and, learn about, the different plants in there, and the ways that it can help them, and, feed their bodies, the
Mm,
nutritional
mhm.
aspect of growing their own food, and, helping them, start off with their own projects. So yeah, I think just
Nice.
branching into the community like that.
I love that. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, since we even brought that up, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to bring this up.
Sure.
It's, I'm going to bring up Queen Circle.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to bring that
Okay.
up because it does connect to you because you are on the board
Mm-hmm.
of the
Yep.
nonprofit. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's the same, like exactly what you're talking about doing in the community with the kids is
Yep.
exactly what
What Queen Circle's
what
about.
Queen Circle is about when it
Yep.
comes to the agriculture side of what Queen Circle
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit does.
Yep.
So, we definitely gonna have to talk more about that on the side.
We will need to do that.
Yeah, for real. Because I didn't
Mhm.
know that, you had the community, the kids coming in, and, you already got a little flow with that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's
We started
go.
young.
That's okay, good, good, good. So, what are 3 words? Okay, all right, first, putting you in the hot seat. Okay,
Oh Lord.
putting you in the hot seat.
My mind goes blank when you do that.
Well, that's why I say I'm putting you in the hot seat like 3 times, give you a little bit of time to think about it.
Right. I
All
forgot.
right,
I
so here we
forgot.
go. Here we go. 3 words
Three
that
words.
describe you.
Dang. 3 words that describe me. Okay. Creative. Creative.
Very, I agree.
Um, I'll say nurturing. I will say that. Nurturing.
In a
Um,
scary way.
three
No,
words
play.
that, oh, and girl, unstoppable.
Oh,
Unstoppable. I'm gonna take unstoppable as my
come
third
on,
one.
honey. Come
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
Listen.
Let's do that.
I love how you just even was like, oh, girl,
Let's do that. Unstoppable. I'm claiming that one.
girl. Okay,
I'm claiming that.
we are unstoppable. You are very
Mm,
unstoppable.
yes.
Women of valor,
Hmm.
unstoppable. What is something you can't live without?
Oh, I can't live without God. That is the main thing. I cannot live without God. Like, I would love to
I
say
almost melted.
I can't live without this person or that person, my children, my mama, my this, my that, whatever. But the
Right.
reality is that as long as I'm connected to my creator,
Okay.
that's the one true thing that I need. I cannot lose that connection.
I
Mm-mm.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I say to that. What are 2 qualities that you feel are needed by any artist that's pursuing artistry?
Patience.
That's a big
Patience
one.
is one. Yeah, patience is one. I think going into any business for yourself, you have to have a certain level of patience because things don't just happen overnight. And the stuff that kind of does happen overnight, you need to be wary of or pay closer attention to because a lot of
That's
stuff
a
is,
fact.
it's hard work. It is.
Hmm.
It's hard work. It's a lot of trial and error. And be easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself. Don't
That's a big one.
beat yourself up. Don't, talk bad about yourself or to yourself or bad about your work or, whatever it is.
Don't downplay
Don't
yourself.
beat yourself up in the process. It's okay. Take your time and, just let it come. Let it
Yeah.
come.
She said it's
Mhm.
okay. That's so real.
Yeah. Please,
That's
it's
so
okay.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
some
we are
people,
our toughest critics.
right, some people come out and they're like, I made this, so I should be the hottest thing ever. And it's like, slow down, sporty, right? It look good. Yeah.
You like, chill out. Chill out.
Yeah. It's all right.
Commentate. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, because we can get in our own way before
We
anybody
can.
else.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Yeah, we
ourselves, block
can.
ourselves, self sabotage, all of that mess.
Right.
So
Right.
definitely good advice on that. Keep
Mm-hmm.
yourself calm. Just sit back and
Right.
chill.
Right.
So what's your biggest pet peeve? she
My
rolled her
biggest pet.
she rolled your eyes for that like it just happened. Like
I know. Oh my goodness. My biggest pet peeve. Probably dishonesty.
mm,
Dishonesty is my biggest pet peeve. In life in general.
right.
In especially as adults, I feel like adults can be honest. They can just say straight up, listen, this is this and that's that, and it's gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. Whatever. But
And it
yeah,
seemed like adults a lot more than kids.
right. Right. That's why that's my biggest pet peeve. Because like with children, it's like, okay, you're a child. You don't know no better. Let's kind of go over this again. But yeah, as adults, yeah,
So
that. And you know what? Let me give you another one. I'm sorry.
okay.
I know you said
Oh,
the biggest one.
don't
Let me
be.
give you a second one. It's really having my time wasted. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
interested in people wasting my time. I am not interested in it. Like, just keep it 100 and it is what it is. I don't want to waste my time and energy on doing stuff and then come to find out that, so it was something else. Don't waste my time.
don't waste. Listen,
I have so little of it
the
left.
quickest way you can get yourself cussed out.
Okay. Okay.
All the love in the world
Please don't waste
until
my
you touch
time.
them pet peeves.
Oh my God. Please don't. Oh my God.
I feel you. I mean, I feel like, time is money.
Time
Time
is
is money.
money. Right. And when you
Time
messing with
is
my
of the
money,
essence.
when you messing with my money, you waste messing with my emotions.
You
Like,
messing with my emotions, man.
don't do
I ain't say that.
that. Do that.
Oh my God. Okay, so we know not to waste your time, Miss Eva. We're gonna make sure when we come to you with an order, we know what we want, and we know what funds we have, and
Please
we
and
not
thank
gonna play
you.
with your time and ask you questions that we already know the answer to.
Right. I will gladly work hard to get you what you need, but don't waste my time now.
Coming with all them crazy questions, you know the answer to.
Right.
So, what are some hidden talents that you have? We talked about your art, your
Hidden.
painting,
I don't know if I
creating
hidden.
jewelry,
Yeah.
gardening. You
Hidden
garden,
talents. I mean, if
yes.
it's hidden, I might not want you to know. I don't know, well. If it's hidden.
Oh
I'm just
Lord,
saying, I'm
wait.
telling the truth.
Do I need to make a
If
different
it's
show for
hidden.
this?
No, I don't. So I don't know. Let me think. Hidden talents. I don't know. Like I just, I'm just like a
Do you do
creative
hair?
mom. So, huh?
You don't do hair? I said, do you do hair?
Do I do hair? Is that what you said? No. Well, I mean, I do, of course, because I have daughters. So, I got to do their hair. But no, not like you. Not like some people, because I know you be slaying them. You have my baby girl
Hold
looking
on now.
right. You have my babies looking right with that, yeah, with the braids and all of that. They look
I
cute.
was
But
like,
no,
you was
no, I
like,
don't. Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. No hidden talents. I feel like there are that you're not wanting to tell us on this show, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, let's talk about it later.
Okay.
My mind might be going blank. I'm in the hot seat. You know what I mean?
So,
So,
what instruments can you play?
you know what? Absolutely none. I have instruments. I grew up with instruments, but I never learned to play them. Like I got drums, I have a synthesizer, guitar, but I don't play none of them. And what's crazy is that my sister, right? My sister Corinne, who has major scale lessons, um she actually is a piano teacher. So I really need to get her to teach me how to play. I know. I see your face. I know. I know. And the thing is that she has a business that she teaches people online. She can teach
Wow.
you online how to play the piano, and I still got a piano right there. It's on the list. It's
Is
on
it
the
decoration? You
huh?
know, is it decoration like the grand piano? Is it just decoration?
No, well, it's there if we want to learn.
You
If we
said if
want
you
to
want to work.
play, it's there. It's there.
Oh my
But no, I
goodness.
don't play any instruments.
So, what's
Mm-mm.
your favorite pastime?
Um, I enjoy being in nature. So, hiking, kayaking, camping. I like any of those things as downtimes or just reading. I like getting
Okay.
lost in a good book.
So, what book?
Yeah.
What's your latest book? Recommend a book to us.
My latest book was Embracing the Child Within. It is a shadow work journal created by Divine Crafting. That
What
was
is it
a
called?
wonderful book to get in. It's called Embracing the
And
Child Within. See this book right here? Can you see this?
yes.
Embracing the Child Within Shadow Work
Mm-hmm.
Journal. Yeah, it's created by Divine Crafting, LLC.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, how is that helpful? How has that book been helping
So
as far as like?
I noticed that I noticed that I had some triggers in my life, right?
Mhm.
That I felt like were holding me back. I had some childhood traumas and things that were holding on to me, and they would show up at the weirdest times, right? You get into a
Right.
discussion with somebody and you're breaking down crying, or you get into an argument
Right.
with somebody and you're way madder about the
Then you
situation than
should
you
be.
should be, right? So
Right.
wait a minute. So it's not really that I'm mad at, it's something else that's really truly bothering me, right?
Right.
And I didn't know how to, I knew that there were things I needed to let go, but I didn't know how to tap into that part of um my, that inner person, right?
Right. Right.
So that book actually was like a guided tour through
Mm.
some of the hurt. Like it has some really great questions in it, which led me to think a little bit deeper on a particular topic, or why did certain words from my childhood hurt me or stick to me, or is that stuff even mine?
Right.
There was some
Right.
stuff that I was holding on to that wasn't even mine. When I really broke it
Mm.
down, it really belonged to someone else, but somehow it attached itself to me, and I had been
That's deep.
carrying it around for years, right?
Right. Right.
So this book really helped me dive into those things, examine them.
Mm.
And what's great about it is that it has great affirmations in it. So after it kind of helps you to break all the way down, to the point that you're like crying and boohooing everywhere,
Right.
whatever,
Right.
it builds you back up because she reaffirms you in the book. So you don't leave it feeling empty. You don't leave a certain chapter feeling empty or destroyed, you know?
Right.
So and it took me months. It took me months to, if you look at it, I mean, it's not even a big book in reality. It's just
Oh,
like
okay, I see.
I'm
It's
going
like
the
a
wrong way. It's
little
like a thin book, right?
workbook.
It, and it took me months to actually get through it because there were certain parts I was like, nope, I'm not ready.
Wow, that book is deep.
It really is. It's a great book, and she has several. They're all on Amazon. She
So,
has several
so,
books
so it
out there, several
basically just makes
journals.
you look at yourself,
Really, and
makes
sometimes
you
you need
really kind
that.
of dig into who you
Yeah,
are.
yeah. So
Wow.
especially as you get older, it's time to let go of a lot of stuff that we've been holding on to all these years. And it's like, you feel stagnant and you want to move forward, but you don't know why. Well,
Right,
it's
right.
something that's holding on to you that you probably need to let go of. So,
And you're right. And how do you get to that? How do you figure
how
out
do you
how to
get
get
to
to
that?
that? Mm-hmm.
Right, and some people don't know how to get to that. I didn't know how to get to that. So that journal did like a step by step on what are some of the things that we need to kind of talk about and deal with. So it was really great.
Golly. Right.
Mhm.
And so it's
Yeah, so
like,
I
how
do
do you
that
even
during
find?
that I do that during my downtime.
That's
Like that's my
good. That is, listen, if all of us, if not most of us, did that during our downtime, we have so many less problems in this
oh
world.
my goodness. Oh my
We
goodness.
would be living from our soul center.
On a day like today, I feel like I examine myself way more. Like if something's bothering me, it's like, okay, let's get to the root of whatever that is. I don't want to carry
Mhm.
around nothing. I want peace.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Whew, Lord have mercy. And that's like the main thing I tell, like, seriously, that's one of those things that's easier said than done when
Right.
you tell people to find your center.
Hmm.
Find your core, get to who you get to the center,
Right.
get to the depth of what's going on. That
Right.
shit's not easy. And then it's
It's
like,
not.
how do I get to that? How do I
It's
even find the way?
right. Right.
How did
You
you
know, and be-
find the book? Like, what even, you just get, a lot of times you just got to pray and attract it.
right. And that's the other thing. People make it seem like, oh, just meditate on it. Just meditate. Everybody's into attraction now. Oh, just attract it to you. But you know what? Sometimes you really need like a manual.
Hmm.
Like how do I, what questions do I ask? What's
Right,
the
right,
important stuff? What's not? And I
right.
always say for me, I was afraid. I really was. I was afraid to tap back into that childhood state. And that book really helped me. It kind of held my hand as I took those steps to retrace backwards. So
So to someone, because I get what you're saying that you were afraid, but to someone that's like, I'm not ready to go there, like, what were you afraid of?
um I spent a lot of my life just kind of burying stuff
Hmm.
or just keep going, right? Like, so, I mean, I was born and raised in New York, and we just kind of keep it pushing,
Right.
like, keep it moving. Like, oh, that happened. Ouch.
Band-aid,
Dust
keep
yourself
moving.
off and let's go. Keep it moving.
Right.
With not, I wasn't really taught to deal with things that took place or deal with trauma, right?
Hmm.
There's stuff to do. So you just have to kind of keep moving no matter what. And
Yeah.
I think that after a while, it becomes too much, like it's just a heaviness and becomes too much. So, um, I would say anyone that is like at the beginning stages of that journey or kind of scared to deal with it, you got to go slow and you have to trust yourself.
Or you
Yeah,
just gotta take it easy on yourself until you can
take it
trust
easy on
yourself.
yourself, right? Give yourself some grace and go slow. Deal with what you can deal with, and get a good tribe. Like on some
Oh yes.
seriousness, get a good tribe. Get a good
Yes.
tribe of friends that you could be around, that you could talk to, and kind of work through some of those things. Friends that are on
Hmm.
some elevation type stuff.
Right.
Don't get friends that are stuck in the nonsense and just want to be stuck in
And
the
just want to
nonsense.
keep running in
Get people
circles.
that yeah, get people that are elevating so you can elevate
Right.
too. Do that.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Great advice on that. Hold on, let me go in the room real quick. Oh, Brent's in here. Hey, Brent.
Hey,
Hey,
Brent.
sister. Oh, she said it's so oh, so it's abstract art, a meaning within the art. And back to that picture. Yep, that was
Oh,
great
let me get
too.
out your way. Let me get out your way.
That's my sister Tamika in the room. He said, any new expansion happening? Is any new expansion happening?
What do you mean? Is any new expansion happening?
With your business? We may have already talked about it when we were talking about your
Yeah,
branches.
yeah,
Yeah, you branching out.
yeah. But if I mean, she has some ideas on expansion. Let's talk about it. What kind
Open
of
to
ideas do you have? What you want to
listen.
expand on?
We growing, open to growth. Any
Right.
ideas? Go ahead
We
and
are
put them in
open to
the
growth. That's my only requirement is to grow. So we are
I'm
open to
telling
growth.
you. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And also go to the inbox and put them questions there and put those suggestions
Yeah,
in there too. So,
sure.
what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, not completing my mission. So
You on a mission?
my reason for coming here, my whole purpose for coming here, my biggest fear is not completing my mission and finding out, oh, you got to do it again. I'm just gonna be honest. That's me and my fear. Yeah, I wanna make sure that I complete my mission, whatever the purpose was for me to come down here onto Earth and to learn, to teach, to do. I want to do it.
You are
Yeah,
a different human being.
yeah. I mean,
I love that. I love that. But it takes a different person to even say that.
yeah. I've never been a fit inside the box. I've always been a misfit. So I'm
Shout
always
out to the misfits.
shout out to the
Shout out to the
misfits.
misfits out there
Shout
in the
out to the
world.
misfits. What's up? What's up?
We the ones
Love
who shape and
y'all.
shift.
Love y'all.
We the ones that like love y'all. Peace, peace to the to
Right,
the to the
right.
misfits. So I have maybe one or two more questions for you. But
Okay,
you know,
sure.
I'm in the film world. I'm in the film industry, and we're doing a bunch of movies. And then
Right,
I love movies just in general, and I'm always looking at the details in scenes. Like I'm never just looking at the actor that's in the front, the one that's talking. I'm always looking at the actors on the side or in the back,
yeah,
or the details in the the decor that they use on set. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, and I
I do
always
that.
think about your art sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wonder what movies or TV shows would Eva like. Has she even thought about what she could like? What do you see your art being posted up on somebody's house wall?
So, okay, so I will be honest.
Something?
I never really thought about what show I would like to see my stuff on, right? But I know that like anything Spike Lee directs, right? I would be honored, I would be touched, right? If any of my stuff was a little tiny fly on the wall of one of his films, right?
Spike
Because I
Lee,
just love him so much.
Spike Lee cinematic.
I mean,
I
yeah,
can
right,
see, but like Tamika said, your art is abstract, so I can see your stuff being in his on his
right,
movies.
right. So I would love
Yeah.
it. I'd be honored, right?
Oh,
Same thing.
what if you're like in She's Gotta Have It would have been perfect.
Right, right,
She's Gotta Have It would have been perfect for your art.
right. See, I'm with it. I'm with it, right? So anything by him, anything directed by Regina King,
Okay, Regina King. Shout out to
anything.
Regina.
Yeah, shout out to Regina King. Anything directed by her, I would love, my stuff.
She's really dope. I didn't realize how dope Regina King was, to be honest with you, until the last couple years.
Right.
Cause
Like, have
she,
you looked at her resume?
yeah, but just seeing like just really looking into her and what she's doing on the background and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
she's all over the place.
Right.
She's all over the place. She's been doing voiceovers that I had no clue about, like
Yep. Television shows.
commercials
Mm-hmm.
now. She's
Right.
endorsing, like she's been endorsed heavily. It's like it's
Yeah.
producing and directing. She's crazy out here.
Right. Right. She's out there getting it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like she's like my idol is Angela Bassett.
Oh yeah.
And I'm feeling like
That's the queen. Yeah.
that's the queen right there. That's the
Okay.
goddess. That's the goddess.
Okay.
That's what woman. But I'm
Right.
feeling
Okay.
I'm feeling like Regina King is doing pretty good to what
Mm-hmm.
what my idol was doing. She's kind of all over the place, but she's
But
awarded heavily too. But Regina
right.
King, like I said, she's getting up there.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's
Yeah. I
see
mean,
it.
that would be cool.
That would be so dope. We would have like
Mm-hmm.
a big old opening
Mm-hmm.
celebration, our own screening, just for your
Yeah.
painting in the couple scenes.
Right, right, right. But you know what? Honestly, I mean, yeah, I would love
I
it. Even
would.
the stuff that you're filming and directing. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we can put some
that
stuff in the
too.
background there. That look good.
That too, boo.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming in the show. Listen, we covered a whole lot.
We sure did.
We covered a lot. I'm hoping that I didn't overwhelm you or any of the viewers because we got a lot out of you.
Yeah, no, not at all. It was a great time, but I always have a great time with you. So,
I
you know.
love talking to you. That was so much
Yeah.
fun.
Hmm.
But I need you to tell me something.
Sure.
It's really not me. It's really for the viewers.
Okay.
And I'm into community. I love to try to put a nugget out there for the people.
Okay.
And I want to know from you, coming from a real person
Okay.
that's in this world trying to make things happen,
Okay.
okay, to an artist that's in this world not quite doing artistry yet.
Hmm.
Coming from the 9 to 5 and trying to figure out that hurdle. Like, what advice can you give somebody that's like, I want to do this, but I can't quit my job. I can't, support myself. So maybe I can't support. Maybe I can't pursue it right now.
I would say to start. Whatever it is that you want to do, just put that first foot forward. Research whatever it is that you're trying to get done.
Right.
Take your time, learn the ins and outs. I mean, there's some stuff that you're going to learn by doing.
By
There's other
doing.
stuff that, people have come before you and they have done it, and you can learn from their triumphs and you can learn from their mistakes. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Not
That's a
unless
big
you
one.
coming up with a new wheel, unless you coming up with a brand new wheel. But even then, take from some of the stuff that already happened so you can build upon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to struggle with it. But if you're in that 9 to 5 and that 9 to 5 is paying your bills, and rightfully so, keep doing what you need to do, but
Mm-hmm.
start making your way into working for yourself. Start slowly taking the time to do the
I
things that
agree.
you need to do to become your own boss.
I agree.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
Yep.
Beautifully said. Yeah, because
Mhm.
you can't be out here giving up all your time and all of your energy to
Mm-mm.
corporate America because you're not getting anything back for that.
You're really not. That money, that exchange of money for your time, you can make money somewhere else with your time.
More money for your
More
time.
money with
Your
your
gift
time.
will make way for you.
Exactly.
Says the
Exactly.
Lord. Says the Lord.
Right. Right.
So thank you, sis. We're gonna end it on that note because that was a
Oh, I
very
love you.
beautiful nuggets. I love
Mm,
you.
I love
And
you. Thank you so
one
much.
one more time, we can find you at
At Legacy Heirlooms 01. We are on all the social media platforms, so please come and check us out, especially on Fanbase. We are on Fanbase now, so definitely check us
Fanbase.
out on Fanbase. Come in one of them chat rooms and come holler.
Yeah, come talk to her. Get some orders
Yep,
made.
yep.
All right, sis. Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio, and
Okay.
we'll get you on the update show once we get some
Yeah.
expansion,
Let's do that.
progression.
Yeah.
Yes,
So part two.
part two. That's
Wait, wait,
right.
wait for part two. All right. I love you. You have a great
I,
night. Okay.
I love you too.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
So what's up? I'm so happy y'all stayed in the room and y'all got a chance to see what we're talking about and what Miss Eva has to offer with her beautiful jewelry and dope art. Very abstract. I hope y'all go ahead and go to her page and see what else she has to offer you guys. And then holler at her, get in her DM and see what custom orders you can make for today and for the holidays coming up. Got Father's Day coming, stop playing. Show that man some love. Again, we'll be back next week on Acting Up with Ebony Joy. Make sure you go and follow, subscribe, like, and share this. Please show me some love. Peace.